The Tower of Babel, Genesis 11. What if the reason the world is divided today began with a single act of God? After the Great Flood, humanity had a fresh start. The earth was quiet, the people were united. The Bible says the whole world spoke one language and shared the same words. There were no nations, no borders, no misunderstandings. Humanity moved together as one. As people migrated east, they settled in a vast plain. And there, an idea was born. An idea that would change history forever. They said to one another, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the earth." This was not just construction, it was rebellion. They baked bricks instead of using stone. They used tar for mortar. Every detail shows intention, planning, and unity. Humanity was no longer afraid of God. They were confident in themselves. They didn't want to spread across the earth as God had commanded. They wanted control, permanence, glory. They wanted heaven on their own terms. The tower began to rise. From the ground, it must have looked unstoppable. Day after day, brick upon brick, the tower climbed higher into the sky. It was a symbol of human ambition, proof that mankind no longer needed God. Then the Bible says something chilling. The Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The tower that was meant to reach heaven wasn't even close. God saw not just the tower, but the hearts behind it. He saw pride replacing humility, unity without obedience, power without reverence. And God said, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan will be impossible for them." This wasn't praise, it was a warning. So God did something no one expected. He did not destroy the tower with fire. He did not flood the earth again. He did not send an army. Instead, God touched language itself. Suddenly, words stopped making sense. A builder shouted instructions and no one understood him. A foreman gave orders and they sounded like noise. Friends argued. Families grew confused. Cooperation turned into chaos. In a single moment, the greatest human project in history collapsed. Not because the bricks failed, but because communication failed. If you're enjoying deep biblical mysteries like this, make sure to watch the Stories Aura for more powerful Bible stories and hidden meanings. Now let's continue. The tower stood unfinished. Tools were dropped. The people scattered in every direction, north, south, east, and west, forming nations, cultures, and languages. The city was called Babel, which means confusion. This is where the Bible explains the origin of languages, nations, and global division. What humanity feared most, being scattered, is exactly what happened. But here is the deeper truth many people miss. God was not afraid of human progress. He was protecting humanity from self-destruction. Unity without God leads to pride. Pride always leads to collapse. Genesis 11 is not just an ancient story, it is a mirror. Even today, humanity builds towers, systems, technologies, identities, trying to reach security without God. And every time pride rises too high, confusion follows. The Tower of Babel reminds us that greatness without God never lasts. And when humanity forgets its creator, God will always remind the world who is